Welcome to 45 Minutes with Locals by your girl DJ Lady Locks. Bring you everything local. Local artists, local party promoters, basically everything local. With that being said, let's start the clock.
What's happening?
Indianapolis' very own, we have KJ here.
I appreciate coming on. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
This is it's exciting for me. Anytime anybody want to know about me,
I just
start
want to know.
blushing and
Hey.
I'm flattered. You know what I mean? So I appreciate it. I definitely do.
Okay, so we're gonna do a series of questions. First of all, we're gonna do an intro. Basically, introducing yourself and tell me what you do.
All right. Well, first and foremost, I'm Kevin Jones, creator of Inari Jeans, as well as many other things.
You see the hat?
Many other things. Right now, I appreciate Nevermore for allowing us to come in and do this podcast. Downtown is where we had most of our parties at. But greatly appreciate coming on this show. Thank you so much.
So, how long have you been doing the clothing brand?
I would say majority of my life. My mother, she was a seamstress.
Mm-hmm.
My father was a hustler, a businessman, and he's always wanted to be the one that create your own. Instead of buying everybody else's clothes, why don't you go ahead and create your own and do yours? Your mother, she sews, she can, whatever you come to mind, she can make it. And so it started when I was around about 4th, 5th grade. She made out my clothes.
Really?
And from then on, I just, learned and created mine.
That's dope.
Yes.
So what was the first thing she made for you?
I would wear these basketball jerseys to middle school and high school, and it would say "Born to be a lottery pick" or have my name on it or whatever, custom jerseys. And then I really took notice when she made me a sweatsuit, and a lot of people at the school was like, "I never seen a sweatsuit like that before."
So they wanted one.
And they wanted one, and then from then on, we opened up a store on 38th and Keystone, and we just took off from there. She made Arlington High School uniform, Northwest.
I did not know that.
IUPUI's uniform. So,
Arlington Night alumni.
Yeah, for sure.
What year did you graduate?
It was 02. I went to 5 different high schools. I went to Arlington like 3 times though.
What?
I was always transferring back. After basketball season, I'm going back to Arlington. So I traveled so many places, but transferred like 5 times. I went to 4 different high schools.
What?
Yeah,
I did not know that. So you played ball too?
Yeah, played ball.
Okay.
That was the first passion.
What was your position?
I was the point guard. I was the coach. I was
Coach
everything.
Coach Snicks.
I was really everything, couldn't nobody tell me nothing
back
then.
trades.
Yeah, so basketball is where I really started gaining my popularity. Basketball took me a lot of places, and I just used that, the network and the connections to expand my brand or whatever endeavors that I had going on.
Okay, and your dad's a coach.
My father was a coach most of my life. Coached at Western Illinois, IUPUI for nine years, Chicago State University, Texas Southern.
That's dope.
University of Maryland Eastern Shore, and he's trained most of the players out of Indiana, so he's very respected.
So tell him about your son. Your son out here killing it.
Yeah, I'm so proud of my son. He is the chosen one. He has some things that we never got, the athleticism. So I'm real proud of him. He plays in Arizona, goes to a prep school, Hillcrest in Arizona. So he's growing up. He's growing up on me, and he'll be here tomorrow. Thank God. I miss him so much.
Nice.
But yeah, he's a talent. He's a talent to see.
And that's the name of your clothing brand, correct?
Yeah, it's a mixture between my wife, India, and her name starts with an E, and my son, Kamari.
Okay.
So we just put those together, and came up with the name Menard.
I like that.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
That's dope. So can you give me a highlight? What's one of your highlights that brings back memories, make you feel like, man, I think, I like this. It makes you proud. Like,
well, as far as
I'm gonna say your clothing brand. Like, what made you like, dang, this is.
Well, I guess the clothing really stood out for me. It's a highlight for me is because it came organic. You know what I mean? It was very, very organic. It was something that's always been in my family, and for me to take it further than what my mother or father has done is you know, it's a proud moment, and to see that my son is getting into designing
Oh, really?
with me is even better, and to see that, hey, I went home, created something, and now I have good supporters. I also have celebrities wearing my clothes, so it's like something that it's like, wow, I would never thought that. Hey, I didn't make it to the NBA. I didn't really get that basketball goal, but I did well in something else.
Right.
And clothes was something that it was always around us, and my father really instilled the idea of, hey, create your own. So it's a big ups to him to putting that idea in my head, and now I just took it and ran out with it.
I like that.
Yeah, so it was great.
Shout out to DJ Champ.
DJ
Indianapolis.
Champ.
Lil Baby's DJ. Also Gucci Man. Like we took off. That was one of your friends?
Yeah, so Champ is like family. I've been knowing Champ since he was a kid. We're like actually like cousins, you know what I mean? That's how close we are. So we lived together in Atlanta, and we came up together. You know, I'm older than Champ, but our grind was still, you know, started the same. And so he seen me flourish with the clothes, and I see him flourish as a DJ, and so it's always a love and respect. Hey, I need some shirts, cuz I need you to throw this on, and he does it at the biggest moments for me.
Hey, I be scrolling on my page and I see DJ Champ with his shirt on. I'm like, man, that's fire! Like,
it shocks me, you know. I'm like, wow, because you know, people gonna wear what they want to wear, and a lot of celebrities choose to wear my brand, and I don't have to pay them, don't ask them, and they just do it out of sincerity, and they love the look of the brand. So I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for that.
He has a men clothing brand, and he also has women.
Yeah.
I bought several
definitely did.
Fire.
Yeah. I appreciate that. I honestly like to make women's clothes more than I like to make men's.
Wow.
It's just something that.
What's your reasoning?
I just like the way the women look, and women pay attention to details. And so when I came out with the Citric brand, I made sure that I had the details on there that women would appreciate, and I
that bodysuit was fire.
Thank you.
You had the zip right here in the middle. Put on some nice jeans.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, you wore it well. You wore it well. So I love making women's attire. Yeah, so I'm gonna come out with some more as well.
Dope. Yeah. So when did you start party promoting?
You know what? It was a while ago. Many years. Like I said, basketball was, you know, my thing, and I was popular from basketball.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people would, you know, just follow just because it was me. I'm not gonna lie, but one of my good friends, DJ Cash, my cousin Horace.
Shout out to Cash.
Yeah.
Horace.
Yeah, and my guy Ayo. They brought me in. It was like, man, we should start doing party promotion. And then from then on, we took off doing high school parties and college parties, and
those parties be lit, y'all.
Those were some good times. That was better than adult parties.
What was one of that one place in Broad Ripple? It was like across the street from Chase. Remember, it was downstairs.
Oh, that was NYX. Yeah, that was NYX. That was Cash.
Went crazy.
Cash and C-Ho's parties earlier. And, you know, them times were totally different. It was a lot more fun. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. I think because it was more of our age. We was chill.
Yeah.
Our generation, we just want to come out, look cute, look nice, and have drinks or whatever. But never was like a fighting type person. We just want to look nice and take pics and enjoy, being out.
I need to get some of this pizza at Nevermore.
Hey, y'all see me just smash that taco, that chicken taco. And I'm not drinking. This is a mocktail. since I don't drink anymore, I started drinking mocktails. It looked like a nice fruity cocktail, but it's not. There's no alcohol in it. It's fire.
It is.
I want to ask you, did you ever have a low point as far as being a party promoter? Like, oh man, I know you may have some highs and lows, but a point that, hey, it didn't make you want to give up, but it kind of took you there on the thought.
I had many low points in life, so a party was nothing for me. It was like I look at parties like it's a party, you know.
Yeah.
So whenever a party shuts down, as far as we lose a venue or it just dies out, it was nothing like the end of the world for me, because it's not. That doesn't define me. That's all extra. That's all like it's cool. It's not and some people, you know, that is their livelihood, which I commend them. But for me, it was just an avenue to network with more people and get notoriety from my clothes or whatever businesses that I had got going on. So it was nothing but just another avenue of meeting more people. So I really, when it comes to parties, my highs and lows are, you know, they're very minute. Whether it was super high or super low, they're minute in my life.
Okay, I like how you put that.
Yeah.
How long have you been party promoting?
How long have what?
Have you been party promoting?
I would say at least, you know, we take breaks out for at least 15 years. At least 15 years. I'm 39. Yeah, at least 15 years.
Okay.
Coming back home and promoting high school parties and stuff like that. Yeah.
So with your clothing brand, have this always been like a dream to you? Like, one day I'm gonna just take off. Like,
it hasn't. It was always something that was just in my face, and I've tried it a few other times. I had a brand called Luxury Addict. That was fire, and I had a few celebrities wearing that. Lance Stevenson from the Pacers, John the Don, a battle rapper, Goods, another battle rapper, and some others, Kasky, and DJ Champ was another one. He's always been a supporter. So I had some okay, you know, success with my past brands, but the brand Inari, and I have another one coming after Inari that is another level, I believe, in my head. But it was something that was just in my face, and I said, you know what? When Kobe died, it really took me and was like, you know what? We live every day, we die once. So let me go ahead and do everything that has been in my mind and stop procrastinating and really get on the ball. And I went hard, I went crazy on it, and you know, it gave me some kind of success.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So have anybody inspired you to keep going in this industry?
I would say the youth, the kids. The older I get, the younger the older I get, the more I come out of my shell. I think in Indiana, where we're from, we live in this box, and it's very conservative, and it's not.
You hear?
It's not, you know, forward thinking. We're always like
in a box.
Yeah, in a box and 10 steps behind. So when I see the youth and the younger kids, it's just like they are so free.
Yeah.
You know, they're rebellious. They do what they feel. Yeah. And so the older I get, the more I feel that way in it. And it really shows from my clothes and my brand. My brand, and shout out to every other brand in the city, but my brand doesn't look like anybody else's. And I think that's just, it is what it is. And brands have their certain looks and have their own looks. And everything that I create comes from within a feeling, emotion, past experience, how I'm feeling right now. So that's where I get my ideas from, the clothes. And the more I think about what I got going on, it gets a little crazier. Yeah. You know, my mind is a crazy place to be in, but you might not want to leave. You know what I mean? So,
make sure y'all support y'all locals.
Yeah.
I'm wearing Nap or Nothing. Shout out to Maxie. Where I have his clothing. You have to support each other in order to like survive or be around. Like, you want supporters, but are you supporting? You got it. It's an exchange, you know.
Yeah, that's the thing about Indianapolis, I always felt like we have this stigma of crabs in a barrel, but we got so many people doing dope stuff.
Yes.
What Maxie is doing is just like astronomical. It's unbelievable and unreal how many people he's touched just because his brand is, Nap or nothing, and that just shows like the unity and how he feels about his hometown.
Yes.
Like we're nothing without our hometown,
Exactly.
and so his plan and his blueprint was just like it was beautiful, and it he manifested it and he worked his tail off, and he's become very, very successful.
Oh yeah, and he's always giving.
He's always giving. He came by my pop-up shop and was like, man, I need to get this, bro. And wore it and he wears everybody's brand, which is like
Here, throw some extra in your bag.
Yeah, man, he's dope.
Like his last video, he was like, you got to tip. Make sure y'all tip.
Yeah.
Tip, buy, support each other brand. Yeah. It goes a long way. What side of town are you from?
East side, born and raised. All day,
you heard it.
Day. Ain't no way around it. If my mother and father didn't do nothing right in life, they made that right decision. East side, all day long. Yeah, between 46 and Salem, 46 and Arlington. Yeah.
Did you go to college?
I went to college, went to Chicago State University with my father. I actually had a scholarship and an offer from Weber State where Damian Lillard went, but my father, he was just, a genius when it came to basketball. And plus, why help somebody else win when you can help your people win? So I decided to go to Chicago State and recruited a lot of players from Indianapolis to go to Chicago State. So yeah, he had success there.
You and your father remind me of He Got Game.
Oh,
hey, his father, he got that walk. His daddy would be fresh, y'all. He still rock the blue earrings and the J's. Like, hey, killing it. Hands down. Denzel Washington ain't got none on him.
That's funny.
Well, is he still teaching? Coaching?
He's has bus transportation. Called Bus and Move, and I don't know how he does it, but he got like 6 buses. Got one big school bus, so he has contracts with certain schools, and he does the pickup route. So he's done well in many industries. So yeah.
Like you said, a hustler.
Yeah, he definitely is.
Okay. If you can inspire anybody that's watching this, what would you tell them?
Be you, be genuine, be creative, be unapologetic, be rebellious. I think nowadays a lot of people care about what other people perceive of them.
Yes.
It's something that when I started making this brand, I didn't care what anybody thought about my brand. Like I didn't care if anybody bought it. I truly did it because one, it was therapeutic for me. It kept me in a peaceful mind state. It kept me busy, and it was meant for myself and my inner circle. I didn't care who wore it. Honestly, it was something that was just like, this is helping me save my life. Because in this day and age of social media, you have a lot of, I would say, indirect pressure because nobody really cares. But at the same time, you feel like you need to be at a certain place in your life because you see other people. But for me, I was just like, I'm about to create this, and it took off. It took off, and it did what it was. I couldn't imagine, but if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it.
It's a nice place for this. Every time I get afraid or feel like, this is stupid before I post it, because I'm goofy. I'm really good. I like posting goofy content or what have you. But when it comes to DJing, I'll be afraid to post it, even if I'm messing up or whatever. But what I realize is the moment that I post it, I get the most views, I get the most attention, likes or whatever. So what if I never posted? What if I never put it out there? I would never have that exposure. my story with going live during COVID 2020. I just one day said, "Hey, I'm just gonna go live," and it shot up the roof. Like that was my breaking point.
Yeah.
I had over 10,000 views. 500 people was in my live. It felt like the club, literally on social media.
Yeah.
So if I woke up and said, people ain't gonna be in my story or people ain't gonna say this, I would have never like took off. So definitely get out of that fear, because fear just holds you back.
Oh yeah.
Fear holds you back.
Most definitely. What you're afraid of.
Right.
I sitting back and in my head I think about all the crazy excuse me, think about all the craziness that's in my head, and I say, I gotta put it on a shirt.
Right.
Some people will relate, some people won't, but you gotta put it out there because you're gonna resent yourself.
For sure. So what helps you get into your creative mindset?
Excuse me. So I think about the times in my life that I was down, or the times in my life I was up, or what I'm experiencing right now. Like what is bothering me right now? What is going on in the world right now that I feel that is interesting or I resonate with? And it's that's how I come up with everything. Pain, love.
I was just about to say that. Pain.
Excitement, failure, everything that you can think of. I literally think about it, put my own spin on it, put it down, and I put it on a shirt.
Like that.
Yeah.
So we both come from Arlington. A lot of people used to say, Arlington can't read or write, but right now, Arlington is on the map in the city. Everybody that came from Arlington doing some big things in the city.
Yeah.
Not only that, we didn't learn nothing else.
Yeah.
Arlington taught us how to dress.
How to dress.
Hey, hands down. The drip. Stop playing.
Yeah.
And, you'll walk into school in that foyer right in the front with the library.
Oh my God.
Hey, they be lining up.
Lined up.
And if your drip ain't right, listen, you was getting roasted from first period all the way.
Yeah.
So that's one thing about us. Like, everybody that goes to Arlington, we can relate to, like, dang, fashion.
Gonna be fresh.
Yeah, you're gonna be fresh for sure. Being from Indianapolis, do you have like a favorite restaurant here that you like? Man, this is my spot.
I'm basic.
You basic, and that's all right too. What is considered basic?
You know what? Let's talk about the time. So,
okay.
If I'm leaving a club, it's gonna be White Castle.
Okay.
Or Mr. Dan's.
Can't never go wrong with either one.
Yeah, so White Castle or Mr. Dan's. A chilled spot. I do like for lunch. I like piata. But I'm a chicken tender head, I was. But now I'm pescatarian, but I enjoy cooking more than I like going out to eat, So Ocean Prime is nice.
Nice.
They got good salmon there. So it depends on the mood, man.
Okay.
I was a chicken tender head, you know what I
Ain't
mean?
nothing wrong with it.
Chicken tender fries, you got me like and pizza. So now my pizza, I love Donato's pizza.
Okay.
They got Jets is good.
You like thin crust or stuff?
I like
or pan.
So it depends on Jets. They got that thick pizza. So I love that. Donato's, got thin crust, but pizza's pizza. But the ones I'm choosing from are pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah. So. Not gonna lie, man. Chicken tenders had me in chokehold, man. I'm never gonna grow up.
I told you we're bringing you everything local from spots that you hang out, food.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, what's your favorite bar that you hang out at?
You know what? I would say favorite bar. I'm gonna have to say, for the sake of the East Side, it would have to probably be Northside Grill is nice. I don't go there often as much just because the way that I don't really do too much. But Northside was good vibes. I like duck off spots as well. You know, Joe's Bar and Grill.
Yeah. Hey, Joe's got some good chicken wings.
Yeah. Joe's not bad. And then, it depends on the mood, but right now, Egyptian was cool when I did smoke hookah. Egyptian was decent, and lava during the daytime is what I like. But now I'm like a daytime guy.
Yes.
You know,
so
I'm in the house.
I got a game called This and That.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna bring you up to those topics. But shout out to Emily, George Hill, with Northside Grill. Nice spot. On Friday nights, it's 30+ crowd. So if you're older and you want to get out, hang out for a little bit, that's a nice crowd for you. So are you a day partier or night?
Day. Yeah.
Hey, that 30+. When you get above 30, your body ain't the same. You just don't want to hang out like that. You got to prep yourself. You got to take a nap. And then once you take a nap, you just don't even feel like doing it anymore.
Right. I'm good for a cat nap.
Yes.
All day long. I need me a cat nap.
Okay. So you a sneakerhead?
I'm getting around to it. I can't really tell you release dates or the names of shoes, but if I see it, I like it, I buy it.
Right.
If it's in the price range that I want. These shoes right now, like I can't even go into the store because it's like everything is sold out. So now you got to deal with resellers.
Right.
And a shoe that's retail for $150, $160, $80, it's $225, $260.
So I gotta stop you with that one. So Nike's cracking down on that.
Good.
So like, they're releasing more of the sneaker. Like back in the day when Jordan released a shoe or whatever, you could miss out on a pair of shoes and go back 3 weeks later, it's still on the shelf.
Yeah.
That was back in the day, like retro type. Jordan was still hooping, Scottie Pippen, all of them was still hooping.
Yeah.
So, but Nike's cracking down on that. They're releasing more sneakers, therefore it's weeding out the resellers.
Yeah.
They will go out and buy several pair of shoes and they'll lose. They'll lose a couple of thousand because they were trying to beat it.
Yeah.
So now, Nike, they stepping it up for us. I appreciate that.
Yeah, make more or something, man, because it's
ridiculous.
It's crazy.
Everybody likes sneakers. So just make enough of it. You gonna make the money regardless.
So I give myself some shoes and then my son some shoes. He wears size 14, I think.
Oh my God.
Size 14 or 15, something crazy like that. And so his shoes gonna cost more.
So he got that special section in the back, right?
Yeah, that $500 section for a pair of shoes. Like what? So it's just it is what it is, and like the good thing about it that makes sense. My clothes, if you bought something from my brand, you know that I guess some people can say it is pricey, and so what made sense for me is to sell my clothes in Grails Inc. in Castleman Square Mall. And shout out to my homeboy.
Shout out to LeBron.
Yeah, he's a good dude. And he's the one who came out and said, "Hey man, I need your clothes in the store," and so it made sense for myself. And it's good that they can go shopping at a nice sneaker store and get my clothes as well. So that was dope.
So how do you feel about Adidas and Yeezy? Their relationship, they about to lose a whole bunch of money in revenue just because the relationship didn't work out. But
from what I've heard, they settled, and they're able to sell the rest of the Yeezys because they came to a settlement. And I think it's like 1.3 billion. But at the end of the day, there's some things that companies can't afford because you're one person, but we have the whole world to supply.
Adidas didn't think we're gonna back Yeezy. Like we're gonna back our people. Okay.
So it was unfortunate, and I get it on both sides. Because he is a wild card. He's a wild card, and they are like a legitimate business that's been doing business for many, many years. But you can see that the power that we hold.
Yeah.
And once we start,
if we stand together,
man,
we
it'll
always,
be over with.
you know how that takes us back to the crab in the barrel mentality.
Yeah.
Even slavery, you know, the in-house Negro and the outside house Negro. So we got to get out that mind frame. This is 2023. So, so do you have a favorite designer?
Man, it's a few of them that a few designers and few influencers that just like, hey, he's that deal. I've always been a fan of. There's a brand called Who Wants War, or Who Desire War, something like that. Who Deserves War, something like that. And I peeked them out. They were pretty dope. But I think Rick Owens is a little different. His clothes are a little out the box, and I like that look. I always thought Virgil was super dope. He brought the youth he brought the youth and the creativeness. He's really put the urban fashion to like high end type thing, and I love that. Pharrell, I've never been into the Gucci, the Louis and stuff like that, but Pharrell, he's just become the designer or the director of that, and I love Pharrell's
oh my God, I love
designs and ideas. Just his whole swag has been another level. So I do get inspired by some of the designers that's out there because they definitely have paved the way and taken risks. There's a lot of younger people out there brands that have really set the tone. I like Subi. Okay. They're a dope brand. There's a few other brands out there that's just fire.
So have you ever considered going to Fashion Week?
I have. There's always something that I wanted to do. But you know, I can't even sit here and lie and say that I haven't just put that into fifth gear. And so being in Indianapolis, it can do two things to you. It can motivate you or it can like slow you down. And sometimes I feel like I get, slowed down because of what I'm surrounded by. Okay. And I just vowed this year I'm going hard. Yes. Anything that I choose to do, and so this year will be the year. Okay. And hopefully, sometime soon, I'll be in Fashion Week.
I like that. This year is definitely the fight for me. Like go strong, go harder. Step out of your comfort zone. Do things that you kind of fearful of, but just doing it anyway. And the outcome is like priceless. Like 9 times out of 10, you be the one holding yourself back. Yeah. It's like, man, I could have did this years ago, but I was kind of stuck in my head. So I like that. Yeah. So I got a game called This or That. You just pick. I'm gonna give you a choice of items, and then you just pick either or. All right. So first off is checks or stripes, Nike or Adidas.
Nike.
Nike all day.
Yeah. Nike.
Okay, hip hop or R&B?
Let's go with hip hop.
Hip hop.
Yeah.
Why you stop a little hesitant?
Because Pac is my favorite rapper. T.I. is my second favorite rapper. Okay. I can listen to them all day. But Chris Breezy is my favorite R&B. And R. Kelly, and I got
R. Kelly?
my guy Brent.
Brent Fires.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So they fired me. It's unfortunate what happened to R. Kelly, but whatever. But Chris Brown. Yeah. And you know what I mean. But
his music still goes.
If I had to choose, it's got to be Pac over everybody. Okay. Anyway.
I like that. Shots or cocktails? We both sober right now.
So, when I did drink, it was always cocktails. Okay. I had to, sip. I wasn't a shot.
What was your drink?
I was dark. I had say Crown and Coke. Okay. Hennessy and Coke. That type. Yeah.
I was a tequila drinker. Okay. It was tequila and pineapple juice. Fire to me.
Crazy night. Crazy time. What a time.
Right. If you had a choice to live in LA or New York, which one would you pick?
LA all day.
All
It's not
day.
even close.
Eh,
Not even close.
Explain.
I'm not doing no cold weather.
Okay.
Not anymore. It's over with. It's over with. But the water, I'm a Scorpio, and so the water is something that it does something to me. No matter if you are, even New York has water, but
Yeah.
it's not like LA. And so even if you broke, you can go to that beach and dip your toes in that ocean, and it's all good.
And be inspired.
And be inspired.
Instantly,
Just
like,
instantly.
man, I ain't got no money. Tomorrow's another day.
LA has that chilled vibe that people are just like, I'm happy. So that's what I get from it. So LA for me all day.
Are you a coffee drinker?
I am.
Okay. So iced coffee or hot coffee?
So in the wintertime, it's gonna be hot. Summertime, it's gonna be iced coffee.
Okay. You got a favorite place that you get your coffee from, or you make them at home?
I have a Keurig, but I don't know. I just feel the need to buy coffee. I guess I gotta support the coffee beans or whatever.
Right.
But I'm always buying coffee. Starbucks never fails me. They take a lot of my money.
Oh yeah.
But you know what? Dunkin' is always.
I've heard that.
Dunkin' is better.
I'm gonna have to try it out. But I've heard that.
Dunkin' is A1.
So what do you get there? Just a regular coffee?
So I get a large hazelnut coffee, cream and sugar.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to try that out.
That's my drink for both ice and hot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shopping. Do you like shopping in the store or you going online?
I gotta go into the store because I put pieces together. I've never been a mannequin dresser.
Oh,
and a lot of people are mannequins. Let me get what he got on in the store.
Just take the whole mannequin.
Take the whole thing. Let me get what the mannequin got. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
In Indianapolis, I love y'all there, but a lot of us are mannequin dressers.
Basic.
Oh my God.
Very basic.
So that's why with my clothes, you ain't about to get what you think you about to get. All right. I'm not coming with multiple colors.
Right.
It's not that.
So,
I got it in. I got this in green. All right.
Yeah.
I'm not making it in black, white.
Right.
I'm not making you match your Jordans or your FUBU shirt. None of that. So we ain't doing that. but yeah. So in person, so I can piece everything up.
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay. You travel a lot.
I travel when I can.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been a lot of places though.
So, would you say you are an aisle seater or a window seat person?
Nah, I gotta be in the aisle.
Gotta be in the aisle.
For the reason is this left leg is terrible. This left leg needs to stretch. Yeah, this left leg needs to stretch. So you can see outside all you want.
Right.
But when we on the plane,
leg a
I
little
need to
bit.
extend this leg, and I'm going to sleep anyway. So yeah.
Tell them what type of shoe you got on. The sneaker of the day.
I think these are the bread patent leather ones. Is that
that's what you got?
Okay, so I've been if you haven't seen them,
show them the drip.
You know what I mean? I don't know if you can see them.
Go ahead.
But yeah, so Peanut at Grill, he got them like 3 times. And I've always just put them on the back burner. I said, man, you know what? Hey, man, just give me these. Give me these. And so he looked out for me. But
my sneaker of the day, Mocha, Travis Scott.
Yeah, so those are super exclusive.
My favorite, Travis Scott. Like, I don't have to get another pair. I'm one of those persons, if I get one pair, I'm done.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have to keep reading up. And I wear my shoes. A lot of people just have them on.
You got to wear your shoes.
Wear your stuff.
Why you get shoes?
What's the purpose?
What's the purpose? I'm wearing these.
Yeah, and then they'll fall apart.
Yeah.
You know, they're starting to make them cheaper. So after a while, they're kind of tarnished.
Yeah.
And you ain't get your money's worth. Like,
nah, I'm about to get my money worth. You better see these.
You
You better know I got these.
Okay. So you wear a lot of jewelry?
I used to, but somebody ran in my house and took all my watches, chains, and all of that. So I try to keep it simple. And the older I get, like I said, I'm like jewelry. It doesn't make me.
Yeah.
I like to have what I have, but I don't look like a rapper. I'm not trying to look like a rapper.
Would you put gold or silver if you? That's basic, but
man, you know what?
It depends.
I don't know. The Project Pat in the East Side when we had 16 at the top. I mean, 16. You know what I mean? Top to bottom, all gold.
Yeah.
You know, but right now I just got rose gold. I would go with rose gold more than anything. Rose gold. I got rose gold grill, but that over everything. Yeah.
Are you a dress shoe wearer or a sneaker?
I'm sneaker. Yeah.
I got bad feet.
Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
I love a nice pair of heels, and people don't know my heel collection is crazy too. But the older I got, my arch. Ooh. I got plantar fasciitis.
Yeah, plantar fasciitis. Yeah, I got that too.
Then I have to wear like this implant shoe insert. And
sound like it's too much.
Oh, it's too much.
Yeah. So I like Chelsea boots.
Okay.
I can do Chelsea boots, and I'll be good with Chelsea boots.
Okay, we gonna like that.
The wing tips and
all that.
Nah, I'm alright. Nah, you ain't gonna catch me enough.
Are you a morning person or a night owl?
You know what? This last 2 weeks, I had to get up early in the morning, and I think that getting up early in the morning is gives you more hours in a day.
Yeah.
And it just makes you feel like a responsible adult.
Okay.
And
I like
so
that.
for me, been getting up at 5 in the morning and out the door by 6.
Okay.
So for whatever reason, and I'm a morning person.
Yeah.
I'm in the
Me
bed
too.
at
9ish.
the lights off and I'm asleep by 10:30.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
So I can't stay up like that anymore.
Okay. Are you a AirPod or a Beats type of person when you listen to music?
I'm neither. Give me.
Neither?
I need the cord. I need the cord.
Okay, Wallow.
Yeah, I need the cord to my phone. That's me.
Neither. Okay.
I ain't hit that level of coolness yet.
Are you a texter or a caller?
Man, I think calling resolves whatever issue less than whatever it's gonna take for texting. Just call me and get it over with. You know, just call me and get it over with.
Okay, we are now 42 minutes. Hey, we have never went this long with this podcast. It either like 12 minutes, 20 minutes, but KJ got me going with the conversation. I like that.
It's a pleasure.
It's gonna get better and better each time, but good conversation. And,
I love it.
It just kind of giving y'all some content about each other.
Yeah.
I got a little bit more.
Nah, I'm here all day. We're good.
Are you a podcast listener?
Depends on what the podcast is. I was telling my wife, it was a meme going around. It's like, them where my hug at dudes created podcasts that hate women. So
You're right. I'll be scrolling. I'll be like, why do men hate women so much?
Why they hate women so much? It is crazy.
It's horrible.
Somebody hurt them.
For sure.
You know, and you're going to have your ups and downs with relationships, but man, to get on a podcast and talk about women and relationships all day, it's just ridiculous.
You got no other topics to talk about.
Right. So I'm funny about that. Yeah. So it depends on what podcast it is. Now, Dave Ramsey and you got us Mike Tyson's podcast when he had it, and I think Gil and Wallow has a nice $1 million worth of game, and
Drink Champs.
Drink Champs is interesting, but you know, I'm not. There's only certain things I can sit and listen to for a certain period of time. Other than that, I'm on the go.
Do you listen to anybody locally?
I've tapped into Black Widow.
Okay. Shout out to Black Widow.
Yeah, Black Widow. I just listened to Jeff Teague's new podcast.
Club 5020.
Yeah, a few weeks ago. Didn't listen to the whole thing, but bits and pieces was okay.
Okay.
And what other podcasts they have here that's pretty dope?
What's the Red Cup?
I'm sorry. My young boys. Bellies and Bullshit.
Yeah.
Breon and Demarius.
Yeah. They funny.
They were my episode was their first episode. Bullies
Okay.
and Bullshit was their first episode, and
Nice.
so I've done a lot of work with Breon over the years. That's my guy, and it was like, man, we're starting this podcast, and hey, I want you to come on. And their first ever episode was with me.
Dope.
So yeah, they did.
Make sure
They
y'all
did
go
very
follow them
well.
on Instagram.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, we'll close it out. How can they find you on social media? You can give your social media page.
Inari Jeans on IG, the website www.inarijeans.com. We got Brunch of Fun on Sundays at Lava. We got many other things going on, so just stay in tune with us. And I appreciate everybody for watching out. Appreciate Fee
No
for
problem.
allowing me to come here.
Thank you for coming.
It's been a dope experience.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
All right. Well,